What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another amazing episode of I Hate the Homies, and we glad that you do. Rock Teasy is who I be, episode number 112.
It's your boy Griff, a.k.a. Griffy2K, a.k.a. Griffy 2 trillion, Mr. Raider Nation, Mr. Gold Blue. They call me Jason the Jet Terry on the side, and I hate the homies.
That's
and
a
it's
whole
your
lot of
voice.
nicknames. Go ahead.
Yeah, you would have some nicknames too if Detroit won. Now, you loser, you talk about, you say who you are. Cowboy fan, I can't wait.
It's your
Come
boy.
on.
It's your boy, Super Dave.
Listen to the low self-esteem. He feel like he got whooped up on the Saints.
I've been
Right.
to every store, every grocery store in Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington area, looking for ice. I need ice all over my body after the ass kicking I took on Sunday.
Hey, boy.
And it's your boy Super Dave. But guess what, y'all?
We don't care.
We don't care.
No.
Well, let's get into it, man. We got NFL recap. We got college football recap. Do we have a new number one team in the country in college football? And
Man,
who is
this
it?
new system ain't a game, right? They're not cutting nobody no slack.
I love it. I love it,
Me
man.
too.
Uncle Shannon Sharp, Shay, got his
I
little
don't know
Instagram
what was
situation.
worse. I don't know what was worse, him or Keenan Ivory Wayans. Remember when Keenan Ivory Wayans walked on video naked?
Oh man, I
remember
forgot
that.
about that, dog.
No, you know what I'm talking about. He had like on a jacket. No, he didn't walk on the video. His son and them was setting up the video. So he did a video like this, sitting down. And then when he got up, he was all the way naked.
Oh man, who naked in front of they sons and stuff? Like anyway,
That's number one.
right?
That's what I've always said.
Come on, man. Like wait a minute,
Things I won't do with my boys.
something wasn't right. But your homie Bryce Young, number one pick out of Alabama
Not
to
my
the
homie,
Carolina
not my college,
Panthers.
not my division, not my problem.
He is going to be going to the bench to play backup role now because it's obvious. I mean,
But the questions the homies want to know is he done from the NFL entirely?
well, I don't think entirely, but as I said, he's going to be a backup. He's going to be a solid backup in the NFL. But we'll get into it, man. It's the podcast. I Hate the Homies starts right now. All right,
Hey,
so
YT, before you start anything, congratulations to your daughter Harmony for making.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you please tell everybody what amazing thing your daughter did that the whole world know?
man, let me tell you something, bro. I've seen and watched my daughter play basketball since she was 5 years old, and she's always
love
been pretty solid, always been blessed with God-given talent. But she got invited to play on the national USA team in the 3-on-3 FIBA World Cup in Mongolia. And when I tell you, this baby girl was locked in. Like,
Yeah.
I was even shocked. I've been watching her play. I've raised her. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, you talking about Eye of the Tiger. She went up there and couldn't miss. Like,
Yeah.
this was like the first time that USA has won the 3v3 in this FIBA tournament, international tournament. She, man, gold medal.
Yeah.
Her and the whole shout out to the whole team, man. All the players that was up there doing their thing. They went 7-0, went undefeated, didn't even lose a game. You guys can go check out some of her highlights on my Instagram at RockTHolla. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all saw it because sometimes parents can be a little
The
biased about
highlight
their
was
kids.
amazing. That's why I brought it up. She looked like a killer, dog. And winning the ship, the whole thing, it just means she played like one. So everything you saying, just back up the social media videos. I know you and your wife got to be super duper proud. Again, man, congratulations to your baby girl. Huge accomplishment. And pretty much, Dave, the only thing next after that is the next Olympics. That's it.
I mean, from what I saw in the video, she was in the zone. The
Yeah.
videos I saw on Instagram and the shots she was making. But was she the best one on that team, on that 3-on-3?
I mean,
To me, she was.
You asking her daddy.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Of course, I was saying. But
Yeah.
but no disrespect, man. The whole team was good, man. All of them solid. You know, Cody McMahon out of Ohio State. You know, Sanaya with South Carolina. She out there. She plays with Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and Baines.
No, that's
Baines.
a big pick, dog. That ain't a random 3-on-3, dog. And playing in Mongolia internationally, all it's going to do, I mean, that's Olympic bound, dog. Like, I mean, I know she got another year, or who knows? Your daughter got WNBA dreams, and I'm happy for her. I'm going to the draft with you.
She just took a big step towards that. So I'm so proud of her, man.
She got options.
Oh my goodness, man. So that she can call herself a world champion now. You know what I'm saying? So let's go get it. Once again, man, y'all go follow, go check her out at Rock T Holla, and you can also follow her links and all that stuff is there as well. Harmony Turner, let's go, baby, proud daddy mode.
You can go to I Hate the Homies Instagram, and you can see what we're talking about right now as you watch this. So what's first, man?
NFL, baby. Let's recap. Let's get into
college?
it. Let's go.
Oh, we gotta do college.
NFL. What was the record from last week?
No, we do the picks at the end. Did y'all forget the whole
records?
What's the record? Okay.
Yeah, what's the record?
So but let's do that when we do the picks.
Oh my goodness! I just asked for the record. That's all I had.
I know I won. I had the best record. I know I had the best record.
We took some L's, and we took like collective L's. Miami losing. We all.
Are you talking about last week or this?
He talking about right now? Oh no,
okay,
that's wrong as all get out. Hold on.
Okay, you know what,
Dave, you took the Chiefs, and me and Rock took Baltimore.
Well, no, I thought you already had the numbers. If you ain't got the numbers yet, we'll wait.
No, I haven't added it up.
Okay, all right. That's what I was trying to find out.
Well, we
all
over the place.
Let's start with the obvious. Let's start with my team. Let's start with the Cowboys.
We don't want to. We gonna skip college.
We're going to college after the NFL.
It don't matter when we start. You know?
Yeah, I don't care either. I don't have an order. Both my teams won. Go ahead.
I mean, the biggest thing that happened over the weekend was the ass kicking that the Cowboys took. I'm surprised y'all. I mean, we got to start with that.
Hey, dog.
You know what happened to the Cowboys, Dave?
What?
Remember that nasty uncle that lived with your grandma, and he would say, "Hey, you want to see something in my room?" Yeah. And then you would go back there and go, "Okay, Uncle Dante. What you got going on back there?" Then he would shut the door, and then 30 years later, you would be in therapy. That's what happened to the Cowboys. Yeah, Derek Carr is looking.
No, they had him looking like Joe Montana.
Y'all know I'm a DC fan. I've been one. I was sick when Maryland, stop. That's my dog. I was sick when they let him go. And to see what he's doing 2 years later, and again, it's game 2. But I mean, the Cowboys, we all picked them because we was like, ain't nobody playing with that defense. Oh, he played with them.
No, this is what I said last week. And you guys always, especially you, Griff, you always shoot me down because you think I don't believe in my team. I'm not going to get hyped for 17 weeks of regular season football with the Cowboys. I'm not. They've been 12-5 the last 3 years, right? So it's not a reason for me to get hyped. I got to see what they do in the playoffs if they make it there. Because what I saw Sunday, I know it's game 2. They look good against the Cleveland Browns week 1, but Cleveland Browns, especially on the defensive side, Cleveland Browns was without their offensive tackle and on the right side and the left side. So the Cowboys had a feast on Deshaun Watson. That played a part in Deshaun looking bad. But what happened on Sunday? When the Saints came in to the Death Star and played the Cowboys, that was travesty, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
they scored on their first 6 drives, and not field goals, touchdowns. The first 6 drives. I haven't seen anything like that. The Cowboys,
don't forget, it was in Dallas, dog. That was the most humiliating part.
That was the most humiliating thing, but I think the part I took out from it. The last time we saw the Cowboys at home, what happened in the playoffs against Green Bay? They looked
that's how it looked. Very Green Bay-ish, dog.
They looked the same way they did against Green Bay.
Y'all need to go on the road.
Let me tell y'all something. Man. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. Y'all know me. This is. I'm gonna put my sports genius hat on real quick.
Oh God, just get to it.
The New Orleans Saints are for real this year. The New Orleans Saints are for real. This ain't no fluke. Man, the way Derek Carr got that offense running right now.
Calm, dog.
Man,
they believe in them.
They playing. They toying with them boys, man.
Yeah.
New Orleans Saints may be the best team in the NFC. And I mean, even including them over my Detroit Lions. I'm just going to keep it real for right now. It's still early. Like you said, it's still early. But through the first 2 weeks of the season, New Orleans Saints is the best team in the NFL.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to argue with you there after they had 2 bye weeks playing the Panthers and the Cowboys, because that's basically what it was. They did whatever they wanted to against the Cowboys. But what happened was, what we saw with New Orleans last year, they brought a new guy in, a new offensive coordinator, a guy that was a pass coordinator for who? The San Francisco 49ers under who? Kyle Shanahan. All his guys that have been with him, Kyle Shanahan's guys have been with him. They've always caused the Cowboys these kind of problems. I don't know what they do. First of all, because the Cowboys are light on defense. They have no beef on the defensive side. They got skilled guys. They got fast guys. But when you start playing a team like Kyle Shanahan and those guys that coach under him, you're playing a guy that wants to run the ball and wants to pound the ball and make you look real bad. We've seen it. We've seen it over and over again. We saw it when the Green Bay Packers came here and played the Cowboys at the Death Star. But Sunday was even worse.
You know what it looked like?
Cowboys had no answers, man.
Here's what that game looked like. For those of y'all that's never been to a training camp or watched training camp football, or even during the week, during the regular season, on Wednesday, there's a thing called we're gonna go half speed today. And they're wearing their helmets only and then shorts and t-shirt, and they just run through all the plays, run through all the schemes, no contact, everything's just kind of half speed. That's what that game looked like with the Saints. It looked like they were just half speed cruising through past and the Cowboys were like full steam ahead, but couldn't do nothing about it. It's scary. It's scary.
That was a fun game to watch. Go ahead.
I had the Cowboys. Then my credibility just got out the door. I had the Cowboys going to Super Bowl. But there's 2 things they can't do right now, and they did improve on it during the offseason. They can't run the ball. Yeah, they have no guys.
Y'all got running back problems, right?
Oh yeah, they cannot run the ball. So now you put more pressure on Dak. Yeah, what you paid $60 million a year, but you're asking the quarterback.
The pressure is his.
That you're asking the quarterback to throw it 30 to 40 times a game, and he's going to throw some interceptions because you have no running game. But the other side of that, the flip side of it, the Cowboys can't stop anybody running the ball. They can't. Buffalo started this last year. You remember that game when Buffalo didn't? Josh Allen had to throw any balls in that game. It was them pound the ball over and over again against that Cowboys and light Cowboy defense. We're seeing the same thing. And what Zimmer's doing, the new defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, these are not his guys. These are Dan Quinn guys. So you got to go. The Cowboys they didn't do anything in the draft really for the defensive side. Then they go out and get any players from the defensive side during the offseason through free agency. This was a major problem because they had to beef up that defense. And you can tell right now, there's no way this team can last 17 games playing the way they're playing because other teams are going to take that same blueprint. They may not have the same talent as the Saints or the 49ers, but they're going to take the same blueprint and we're going to pound the ball and run the ball to the edges and make big plays down the field and take our shot.
Great segue. San Francisco was also in the same room at the Grandma house against Minnesota.
Oh, man.
Them boys, let me tell you something. This is who I was really impressed by. Number one, I ain't even going to get all excited because I told y'all the Raiders beat the Ravens. Minshew played like, what is the words I can say on the podcast and I'm on a Christian morning show? Minshew played like he ain't have parents in the first half. And at halftime, he got him a foster family. And they raised him up good, and he came out and he did and we got the parallel problems with the Cowboys. We also don't have a running game. Not at all. Who's the running back for the Raiders?
Y'all let Josh Abel, y'all let him go.
I know. But you said your quarterback got to throw. But what happened was them running backs that nobody know of stepped up, the play action worked, and it was finally Devontae Adams' time to be Devontae. So, big win over the Ravens. Horrible Ravens right now. Baltimore's sick. The fans are sick.
I told you guys last week.
You did.
I said the one thing about the Ravens right now we don't know about them. They lost 2 guys on the offensive line. It changes everything for them.
That's all they was talking about, dog, because that guy that they lost on the offensive line was that right tackle that had to guard Mad Max Crosby.
Yeah.
And he was giving him the business.
Yeah.
And they have like Howie Long out there.
They have a new defensive coordinator, and all that plays a part. I mean, you got to get that guy get used to playing with the talent he has right now. And they're not the same team they were last year.
It's Lamar, dog. It's Lamar. You ain't even feed that giant apartment of a man behind you at running back.
But that's coaching too. That's coaching.
Half. No. It's all coaching. It's all coaching, and it ain't Harbaugh. It's them coaches that Harbaugh got under him. So then guess what? It is Harbaugh. It goes down to the coaching.
It come back down to Harbaugh.
You go to 0-2. You just like the Florida State coach 0-3. I got to do something better. Me and my coaches need it. Yeah, you start saying, because guess what? 0-4, dog. You got to take the kids out of school.
They can easily be 0-3. And, I mean, it's a desperation game for both of them. The Cowboys play the Ravens this week.
Oh, yeah, they could go 0-3 because the Cowboys is mad. The Cowboys, well, I thought the Ravens would be mad that they took that bad one to Patrick Mahomes because so I was in the airport wearing my jersey on Sunday, coming back from Wake Forest. Shout out to the Laugh Out Loud and Gospel Fest I did out there. And this TSA dude with a jacket on was like, "You a Raider fan?" I was like, "Partner, you can see what is happening." And he opened his shirt and he had a Baltimore Ravens. I said, "So y'all got Steeler problems and Cleveland problems, but we got Mahomes problems." And he said, "We do too." I said, "Welcome. Must be nice to be 1-5. We 1-16 or something. 1-17.
Baltimore got some stuff to look forward to as far as what they got to fix. But what about those Detroit Lions?
I knew he was coming to me next.
Yeah, you know what? You ain't got to take it all by yourself, homie. It was y'all sucked up the earth. That's what y'all did.
That was horrible. But
you watched the whole game?
Who did I say at the beginning of the season was going to be a nemesis in the league that people probably don't think that he's all the way like
Baker Mayfield?
And he ended up biting me in the doggone butt. I gave him all the props. Yeah.
You gave him all the props.
And I still believe he's gonna have a decent season with Tampa Bay. But come on, Lions. Like this remind me of the old Lions.
I was about to say.
I ain't talking about last year. I ain't talking about the year. I ain't talking about 2 years. I'm talking about
2 years.
Back in the day when we just couldn't get
can't get right, dog.
Man, we would play 1 or 2 decent quarters, and then that's it. This version of the Lions team reminded me of this past weekend. So I ain't gonna panic though. It's a game.
But you know what, Rock? Dan Campbell said this at the end of the season after they lost to the 49ers last year. He said, we're gonna have some of the same guys we had the year before next year. He's talking about this year. But are they gonna have that same drive and that same want?
That is what he said. I remember
last year it was about we're not getting respect. Now people are getting them respect. Now can they handle it?
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest key.
I can't disagree with that because now
it's only 2 games. It's only 2 games.
But we're no longer. Oh, it's just the Lions. We're no longer in that category. It's just the Lions. They say you're right.
Okay, now that you just said that, you absolutely right. Y'all no longer just the Lions. And the Bucks ain't no longer just the Bucks.
Just the Bucks. No.
Well, next game. I'm still healing.
See, that's how I know you're a real fan, dog. It hurts, dog. It sucks because guess what? Real fans wear their jerseys on Sunday, then they wear their jerseys on Monday, win or lose, for the people who work around them. Now, my son is an Eagles fan who was born and raised in Atlanta.
Let's talk about that game. Monday night game.
Let's go straight to it. He's the sickest of the sick. And I watched that whole game last night. Did y'all watch the whole game?
I watched the whole game. I was very happy about
4 minutes left. I was like, game. Yeah. Slow grind them. Here go the R. Kelly music. Play that, and the game is over. Now, at the 2-minute warning, you like, Eagles, do y'all want to win this game, or are you playing?
They had the game won till Saquon Barkley dropped that doggone ball that would have walked him into the end zone.
And then people said, no, he wasn't by the end zone. It had just got him the easy first down game over victory formation.
This is the problem I have with everything. You're saying what Saquon Barkley could have done.
Yeah, don't blame it on him. No, they messed that up.
The bottom line is, if you're the head coach, just come back to coaching again. Why don't you run the ball? Run the ball, use the clock. Everything's in your favor, not in the Atlanta Falcons' favor.
You do the little butt play. They do a little butt play on 4th and 1. Do it on 1st and 10, and then make them use their timeouts. Like it was.
That's what I mean.
Come on, Rock, Dave. We play Madden in college, and I'm hiking at 2 or 1 seconds before that, and then don't be losing. And don't let it be tied and I'm around the 35. I'm only running. I'm not passing for nothing because I'm going to kick a field goal. I'm going to run. I'm going to get myself in the middle. I'm going to get away from these hashes. Yeah.
What you guys are saying is absolutely right. When you got the lead, juice that doggone clock.
Juice that thing.
And there's so many things that happen in the totality of a game. You can't always put it on just the last play or what could have happened at the end of the game. But if Saquon Barkley makes that reception, not only does he get the first down, but he does. I think he hits that corner because that dude, he was fast enough to hit that corner, hit that cone, and get a touchdown. That would have iced the game. But either way,
so here go the hammer and him missing. Here go the hammer and him missing. He's running. He's dropped 16 balls that they needed him to catch since he's been in the league. Right. The thing is his first game at home. You should have stuck it up the middle. That's it. That's all I'm asking. They got exactly what they got. And guess what? Your stupid little field goal, you left Kirk Cousins, who is a real Achilles heel in real life. You left him 1 minute and 39 seconds. Now, with 1 minute and 39 seconds, I think of a couple people that I would not want the ball. With that, that's way too much time. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, but never Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins smashed him in the mouth.
What
does that say about Philadelphia defense? Because you let them go 6 plays, 70 yards, in 65 seconds. What kind of defense were you in?
I'm going to tell you what kind of defense they was in. It's called playing not to lose. Instead of let's just keep playing with what works. And that's what I don't understand why defensive coordinators, and this goes to all sports, all team sports. I don't understand why if the game is getting tight at the end, I'm not a big fan of prevent defense. Like, it's so many holes in prevent defense. I'm a fan of prevent
when it's a Hail Mary. Other than that, I'm never touching it ever. And I'm pressing triangle and up and pushing them even farther back.
That's why I said at the end of the day, it's about coaching. Because, again, if you run the ball when you're inside their 10-yard line, game is over. You're not leaving them with no time to really do anything on the offensive side. If you do have to kick it off to them, if you do kick a field goal and you have a lead and they only got, about 40 or 30 seconds left, that's the difference in the game right there.
They look like idiots, dog. That coach
he looked real bad. But again, I still don't like Philadelphia's defense. For all the hype.
I like the youngin. They got a youngin from I don't know if it's Kent State or Akron. He was the 22nd pick. Yeah, the cornerback. Yeah, and he was the one who killed him at the end.
He's good, but I'm saying they don't get enough pressure on the defensive line. They don't.
Why wasn't Kirk Cousins laying down the whole time? I thought y'all was the Philadelphia Eagles with all of Georgia college football players, them young boys that wanted and peeled their ears back, and they let Kirk Cousins stand in a pocket like a G.
I said the defensive line is a problem for the Eagles. They didn't fix that from last season. I called the Cowboys for what they didn't do during the offseason, but Philly made some moves, but that defense is still raggedy because they were able to run the ball too. They would have been able to run the ball on the Eagles.
Oh, how about them Arizona Cardinals quietly demolishing the Rams?
Came back. That's Kyrie from Texas. That's Kyrie from high school. The youngin.
Kyler was like, okay, y'all can forget about me if you want to. Man, I wasn't expecting that. Like that.
Well, Marvin Harrison in his rookie debut, game 1, he caught 1 reception for 3 yards. So I know that had to be the talk. Y'all know I'm the best wide receiver in the whole game in college. We'll see. But
That Joker had
I
4
believe
receptions for 130 yards in this game.
But see, for me, they got coaches like us. Hey, y'all, we got smashed in the mouth. Can't happen again. It definitely can't happen back to back. Y'all know how everybody got dual stairwells and Rolls Royces and Teslas, and all your kids go to private school. It could not be a dream no more. Keep on.
Let's get to one more game, but that's, to me, this is the best game of the day, which was on Sunday. The Bengals at KC.
That was a good game.
That was a good game.
Joe Burrow's new haircut color.
That was a playoff game. It was so intense. And I'm telling you, if Cincinnati can get it together, they always start off slow. I mean, they're 0-2 now. We've seen this over the last, 3 to 5 years, how they start off.
Yeah, they pretty much consistent with being garbage.
But the bottom line is, if you get them in the playoffs, they are a nuisance. They are they could be a problem for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not afraid of them, but they also make dumb mistakes at the end of the game. Where you
all the time. Remember the game when the linebacker kicked the penalty? Remember the game when
he had Pat Mahomes out of bounds and all that. It's always a dumb penalty to get them back in the game.
Yeah,
and it was the final play where Patrick Mahomes, they're behind. They need a field goal to win the game. He throws let's not even Hail Mary, but he throws it like 30 or 40 yards down the field. All you got to do is knock it down. The guy came behind the receiver, came early, pass interference.
Yeah.
That's a tough play. It's a tough play.
That's a tough play.
You got to make that call.
You got to, because
what he should have done.
Anybody that ever plays sports don't want to lose because of something a ref said. But
nah, man.
You also lose
because
one choice. Coach said.
He had one choice. Just, this guy, he's going to catch the ball and he's going to make a tackle right here and there, and then we'll live to see another play and see what happens.
Yep.
But you can't have no pass interference on that one right there, man. I mean.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are in trouble right now because you're going to lose.
Oh, they boy is out too.
Pacheco's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
He got hurt toward the end of that game in the fourth quarter. Now he's looking at being out 6 to 8 weeks.
But you know what's so unfunny about them? So all he need is Kelsey. We seen him do it with no wide receivers. We not tripping. It's next man up over there. No, I know. I ain't saying Pacheco is just, he ain't important. He's hella important. He's important on the running and the passing side. But dog, let me tell you something. Twice a year, dog, we got to play him. I seen him with all kind of problems and all kind of blah, 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 dog. And all they do is win.
His voice changed, Rock. His voice changes when we talk about Kansas City.
Because I'm scared, dog.
When
you see you getting scared, dog. I can see
man, the bully beat my daddy up. You be scared to get on the bus too.
Yeah, you don't want that, boy.
What about the Miami game? And Tua is starting to be super duper captain concuss.
The game was bad, but we can talk about it.
Wait a minute. And then let's just say this for the Dolphin fans. Y'all look like he was concussed in the whole first half. So you can't blame it on nothing. Y'all sucked the first half. Y'all made horrible decisions the first half. You almost had Tyreek wanting to get arrested again. He was so mad that they wasn't passing the ball to him. And that backup that came in, hold on, I'm going to tell you who he remind me of. Remember in the championship game against Philadelphia, San Francisco had ran out of quarterbacks.
Oh, they had no quarterback.
And they had one quarterback left.
The brother come in. And all you thought when you saw the brother was, at least he be able to run.
Did you see how big his eyes was? Remember his eyes through his helmet? Even the commentator was like, now, them ain't the eyes you want or somebody.
No, sir. You don't want them eyes.
Boy, instead of talking about the game, first of all, we got to give Buffalo their respect. I thought Buffalo would be done after getting rid of Diggs and they're starting over. But I know it's only 2 games. It's only 2 games early.
You got Josh Allen, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say they got a quarterback.
They got Von Miller back. Von Miller is back now.
Von Miller looked young. That's what the commentators kept saying too. They was like, look at Von Miller.
Well, if he's healthy, then they'll be okay on defense, and Josh can do his thing. But as far as the Tua thing, I think everybody's talking about should he retire after he just signed a big contract.
Yeah, they just gave him $250 million.
But people are asking, should he retire now after having his third concussion? And I'm going, no.
Nah, he young. He gonna shake it off. They don't get CTE until later. Right now, these is the playing years. You owe the Miami Dolphins some years, sir. You don't get to have your head hurt. You got a headache. It's been more people that had concussions than him. That many concussions in the NFL, they are fine. He is young enough but what their real problem is, they have no quarterback, and they're going to get smashed for a minute. They running back is, listen, when you can't throw, you got the worst problems in the whole NFL. And who did the Colts play?
Well, hold on. Before we go there, I think he should very much consider retiring. Tua. Okay, here's why. Okay. Because to your point,
but you can't take the bread though, Dave.
Hey, bro. Rock, if you got to give some of that stuff back, give it back. I mean, whatever. But your health is
because you got guaranteed.
I'm old school. Y'all know me. I'm old school. I like the old school football rules. But there's one rule that I am for, and that's all of the head to helmet contact, because everything that's happening. These players are retiring, committing suicide, doing all kind of stuff because of the CTE. I mean, and they've been playing since they was in Pop Warner football all the way up until now. So, and if I'm Tua and I've received that many concussions, that's just the ones that we know about.
I agree with you.
As someone that played football, we got hit all the time and had dizzy spells, shook it off, went away. Okay, I feel good. Let's keep playing. We ain't even talking about how many of those he's had. We call it when your bell get rung. So I would consider it. I'm like, if he don't do it,
consider it how like this is my last season, maybe.
There you go. Let me see if I can get through this season. And after that, I'm probably gonna say,
but here's the good part, Rock and Dave. These boys is signing guarantees now.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? They signing guarantees where if he got $240 million, he got like 198 guarantees. So if he got to get that $50 million, you're right.
I think the only part for me is, like I said, is his decision. I just hate people talking about trying to make a decision for him and his former players too, which again, we're talking about one guy, which is plenty of players in the NFL that we don't even know about. They get concussions each and every week. It's probably had 10 or 15 concussions we don't even know about.
Why do you think that the career of NFL players are getting shorter and shorter? Because of
I like them boys
right now.
This what Tua's hearing in his head right now. Hey, Tua, it's your brain. See how I sound far away? Yeah. We're not connected anymore. If you run a play action, I'ma pass it. If you run the ball, I'ma throw it deep. You understand what I'm saying? You get me, kid? Do I need to say it in Hawaiian? Aloha. This is your brain.
Very much.
Are we ready for these guys? Have you seen those guys wearing the big bubble helmets?
In practice?
I watched that all of Hard Knocks for Chicago Bears, and I hated it, dog.
But are we ready? Are we ready to see that in NFL play on Sundays? Because
we ain't ready to see it, but it's probably gonna happen.
If they wear big head helmets, homie, I'm a pretty aged myself out the game.
and if Tua wants to play, and if I'm the NFL, if he wants to play, I'm not gonna try to kick him out, but I'm mandating that he'll be the first one
to wear the giant helmet,
the kazoo helmet. Kazoo from the Flintstones,
looking like the mascot from Wake Forest, looking like the demon, looking like the Duke Blue Devil head mascot coming out there.
But you know what? We're saying all this right now, but if it's to help the players and help the game, that's fine, because we've seen this before with the face mask. Just think about what it was.
Face masks look crazy right now. But hell, I was on college the other day editing my player, It's 40 different face masks you could get.
I know, but just think about 40 years ago, there was no face mask.
Oh no,
Right.
them boys had that one bar.
Leather helmets.
Quarterbacks had that one bar. Quarterbacks and kickers was taking bad ones through their face.
And who was that? Joe Theismann. Joe Theismann had the duck.
Yeah, he had the one. He had the one bar.
Yeah, it was a 2-bar, but it had that little open.
No, it stuck out like a 10. You absolutely right. That's funny.
Man.
But I'm saying this: if you want to really save the guys and really save the game, even though we may not like what we're going to see, eventually you got to go to the bubble helmets. You do.
Looking like the zoo, man. But let me say this, man. I know we're talking about stuff that's on the field. Shout out to Tom Brady. That joker sound really good in that doggone broadcast.
The second game, he sounded better.
What game did he call?
The Dallas game.
The Cowboys game.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely didn't watch that game.
I mean, we knew
only saw the first quarter.
How'd he sound like? Was he jumping in when he was supposed to?
The timing was better.
Tom Brady is dope. He's gonna be nice.
I gotta physically the next game he do. I gotta just listen to it
and I like what they did too. They gave him the first 2 Cowboy games, so you get used to a certain team, certain players, to learn those guys before you start jumping.
And I think he's got Dallas again next week.
And see, that's just getting familiar.
Smart. That's smart because then you get to say, the last 2 weeks they did this, and I watched at the quarterback position. And you're right about that. I can tell y'all who did good in the picks. Dave, this was our worst. It's the second week. It was a horrible week for us. Dave, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Rock, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang, I still.
Come on,
6,
dog.
5, and 4.
Come on, man. Holla at your boy.
6, 5, and 4. Rock got 6. You got 5. I got 4.
Yeah.
You sure I got 4?
You pick the Chargers. You pick the Bucks. You did pick the Bucks over Detroit. You picked Kansas City and you picked Houston. Everybody else you lost.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Washington beat the Giants, right?
Washington won. You know what? We all pick Washington. My bad.
Yeah, so let's
we gotta recount that.
Yeah, that's vet Griff right here. Hold on.
No. Okay. Look, I got them all wrote down, but I put lines when we all say we got the same one, so I didn't circle that one. Okay.
Okay, so we got what?
I got 8. I count 8 on my side.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count me your 8. Tell me who won your 8.
Kansas City. I picked Kansas City. Houston beat the Bears. Browns beat the Jags. Jets beat Tennessee.
Hold on. That's the game. Wait a minute. Yeah, the Jacksonville. Yeah, I counted you for that. You got the Browns, the Jets.
Yeah, I picked the Jets to beat Tennessee.
I got you for the Jets.
Chargers beat the Panthers.
Yep.
Seattle beat New England.
Oh, Chargers. We got to circle everybody.
I mean, it would be better if we had this before the show. It would always make sure.
And Washington, I picked Washington over the Giants.
He still won. He got 8. I got 7. You now have 1, 2, 3. You got 5.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Come on, son.
All right. We'll do the picks in a minute, but that's fine. We're done with what happened last week. Let's get to college football. My God.
All right, so there it is, man. College football. That's next. So we got a new number 1 team in the country. Griff, would you like to tell everybody who it is?
Hold on, let me give you a drum roll.
It's pretty obvious.
But this team ain't played nobody.
Hey, for real though, dog.
The number 1 team in all of college is Texas.
Texas Longhorns, baby.
And look what's crazy. I told a Buckeye fan in Wake Forest, I said, Georgia barely beating them boys 13-12. I said they're gonna fall. I said the way this new system they got, if you ain't blowing out the people, no, you're right. I give you all the props for that. You absolutely right. And not only
right about what? What do you say he's right for?
Changing listen, if you a powerhouse and you barely beat Akron, you're gonna fall. It don't matter how much
in the SEC. You're not at home.
No, but the SEC needed the most because the SEC been riding off of we number 1. We got the hardest schedule. Can't nobody beat us. Look at everybody else's schedule we got. And now You win 13-12 and you number one, you will fall. And I love it. And I'm glad they only let them fall once. But now we know, I mean, Michigan won and we failed. Guess why? We ain't blow out Arkansas State. We ain't blow them boys out.
Well, they moved Texas, which is fine. I'm not a Texas Longhorn fan, but you moved Texas to number one, right?
Yeah.
Who did they play? Who did they play?
Well, first of all, they quarterback went out.
Arch Manning, baby, came in.
Manning came in
Like
and was a highlight film.
Like,
He's faster than everybody with his last name in his family.
Against who? Who did they play?
Man.
Who did they play? I'm asking. Who did they play?
UTSA.
Okay. Then they played no one.
Yeah, okay. The opponent, it was
the blowout factor.
They did what they're supposed to do on a less competitive team. They did what they're supposed to. You're supposed to blow out them teams like that.
That's fine.
But they beat Michigan, bro. You can't forget about that.
They beat Michigan, and where's Michigan right now?
Yeah, we was already number 12 or 13 when they beat us.
We saw Michigan was a fraud. I said it before the season even started.
I mean, fraud is strong. Let's back it down.
How's your quarterback? How's your quarterback for Michigan? Okay, then don't give me all comment down. That's why they're frauds. They're not a good team.
Texas will be in the top 4 at the end of the season.
Or they'll lose to somebody in the SEC like Tennessee. Or so let's not just jump on the Texas train in 2 games. But I
told you at the beginning of the season, Texas for real.
Let me tell you something. When you're back up,
they're not good.
When you're true freshman backup,
they're good. They're good, Rock. They're good. I'm not saying they're great, but they're gonna be tested over the next few weeks. Guess who they play next week?
Who?
Monroe. They have not played anyone.
That's all right.
Them in the top spot. That's fine.
They played Michigan.
Michigan, they're frauds. Michigan was a fraud when they played.
Fraud is strong. Let's be easy on fraud.
Oh my God, y'all know this.
Hey,
in 2 weeks they will be Texas. They play Oklahoma.
Yeah,
they play in the Red River. What do they call it now?
Red River Shootout.
Okay. And then from there, they got Georgia. They got Oklahoma and Georgia back to back. We'll know if they're for real.
They for real. I'm telling you right now, they for real.
For the first 2 games, they played no one. They have not.
I told y'all in the beginning of the year, if Michigan could go 3-3 in them first 6 games, I'd be happy and now with us not having here is my biggest concern with the Wolverines. You have a senior running back who returned. I don't even know why he came back. Yeah, I don't even know why he came back. Probably because he was getting less than the carries over Sidney Quorum, and he just wanted to, make his mark. Hard to make your mark when it ain't no definite quarterback.
I told you that.
Warren kid I hate him. I hate his mama. Like, I don't believe we got a whole grown man that's 6'4", 220. Now, I don't know what's happening in practice. Maybe Warren is winning all the time, or maybe I don't know. But, dog, you throw 2 interceptions, you're sitting the rest of the game. I don't care what we talking about. You're sitting. This is a garbage team. You giving them interceptions? They taking that to the grave. Pick me one off on Michigan in the big house for the rest of their life. What are you doing? I'm so mad at the squad, dog.
I have no problem with the top 25, the AP top 25 is right now. You're going to put Texas there because of what the blowing out teams are supposed to blow out. That's fine. They haven't played anybody, but I can say the same thing for Georgia because they played a Clemson. Where Clemson at now in the top 25? They're the 2015.
Yeah.
They're 21. They're not good because of what? Quarterback play. Same thing. They're having the same problem Michigan's having right now. So I can put Georgia right there. Georgia's fine where they are. They had to fall because of how they played against Kentucky. Ohio State, who the Buckeyes played?
Nobody, but they blew them out. But guess what? The Buckeyes got that schedule all year, every year, and they only got to get serious when they got to play Penn State and Iowa and Michigan. Go ahead, dog.
You ready for another Rock T Bowl prediction?
Yeah, as long as it ain't about Michigan, I don't care. Let's hear it.
Listen, y'all may want to start putting the Miami Hurricanes and Cam Ward in y'all's conversation.
I already said that. You're not saying anything new. I said that 2 weeks ago.
Well, if you said it,
he
doggone
said
it, I'm
that before the
gonna
season
co-sign it. Miami is for real.
Miami's for real.
They
Yeah.
for real in 2 games.
Let them be. Cam Ward may be into this conversation, dumped into this conversation of the 6 to 7 players when they first come out with the Heisman watch. The first, 6, 7, 8 players they put on this list. He may be one of those.
And see, Miami has to win.
I'm not. Miami, you said nothing wrong.
But Miami has to win out because listen to the schedule for them. The rest of the schedule: South Florida, Virginia Tech, California.
Close one, but they win. Easy
Louisville.
win.
If Louisville is number 19.
That's the only game. Louisville is the game. Louisville.
Yeah, that's it. Because Florida State, they went 0-3. 0-3.
They don't play Boston.
No. They got Duke.
Oh, they don't play Boston this year.
They got Duke.
That would have been
Georgia Tech. They got Wake Forest and Syracuse.
Georgia Tech ain't sorry, but Georgia Tech got to prove for 15 more weeks that option works, because probably by week 4 or 5, everybody always figure them out and then just blitz and send and keep somebody in the back for the play action.
I like what Rock just said, because I said it 2 weeks ago. Miami's a team you better watch out for. And all these teams that we're talking about now that's in the top 10, they're going to play each other. So in the next, you won't see it next week because the schedule is weak next week too. I think Oklahoma plays Tennessee. That's a major game.
Yeah.
For the SEC. But other than that, you won't see anything until maybe a couple of weeks from now when they start playing each other. Remember, Texas has Oklahoma and Georgia back to back. We're going to find out how good Texas is.
They're going to get them both.
Find out.
They're going to get them both. They're going to beat Oklahoma. Georgia, I don't want to panic. I don't want to panic on Georgia with that Kentucky scare this past weekend. That's just, I'm gonna call that a hiccup game for Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
They do that against Missouri sometimes. Georgia, they play.
So I'm not gonna write them off yet. It's still Georgia at the end of the day. So I think Texas they're gonna beat Oklahoma this year. I'm not gonna go so far and say they're gonna get Georgia, but Texas is for real, and they will be in the top 4 at the end of the day.
Before we leave college football, here's some surprises for Saturday. You got USC at Michigan. That would be a good game, but again, Michigan has no quarterback.
Yeah, USC wins that one.
Yeah, USC wins that one.
They don't. They lose, and then we start getting our props again. That's what's about to happen. The USC game is the turn game. That's the real game. Then we got Washington. I don't care about your Down syndrome lip. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You want some milk? You want to sit by a window? Grow up.
You got Utah, Oklahoma State, Big 12. That's a pretty good one.
Utah.
12 at 14. And then you got Tennessee, the one I told you about, Tennessee at Oklahoma. That's another good one too.
I think Tennessee going to beat them Sooners.
Yeah, I don't know about I like Oklahoma. I just don't get a feel for what they are right now.
Yeah, Tennessee gonna beat them boys.
So those are the highlights for next week. I'm telling you, in 2 weeks from now, we're gonna start getting to real football games for college football. But right now, most of these teams are playing cupcakes, man. Tomato cans.
Well, speaking of cupcakes, your boy Shannon Sharp got into a little cupcake situation because he
did.
Somehow his Instagram went live as he was handling business with a little old honey doo-wop. So we're going to talk about that next. Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Shannon Sharp, Plug Shay Shannon Sharp, Instagram live, allegedly went live when he was handling business, having relations with a woman, and it went viral on the internet. And everybody is went nuts about it, man. There's been some funny jokes about it as well. So,
what was y'all saying on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show?
Shannon Sharp came back and said, listen, man, and we all know, he's admitted this. He knows nothing about technology. He doesn't run his own social media. He knows nothing about Instagram.
Who ran it in his room, though? That's what I want to know.
He said he came home, threw his phone on the bed, and then he started, handling his business with us, having relations with his little honey or whatever. So, but here's the deal. For Instagram to go live, it's at least 3 steps.
It's 3 steps.
You have to open the app.
Number one.
Then you have to go hit the plus sign that opens up. What do you want to do next? Do you want to post a story? Do you want to post a reel? Do you want to go live? All that stuff. So that's step number 2 or 3. Then you got Okay,
These
I
are
want to go
not
live.
automatic steps, ladies and gentlemen. For the people who don't play,
You have to
the
physically
people ain't
push
on
these.
nothing. It's things to do to get
Right.
on Instagram. Like, tell
Then
them the
you have
third
to
one.
say,
It might
I'm
be
going
third and
live.
fourth.
Yeah. So for him to not ever be on Instagram, because he said, I'm never on Instagram. I got someone that runs it for me.
And
He
he
comes
isn't.
in-
That's
Right.
true. He don't have no lives on there. You right. They
Right.
just repost Club Shay Shay stuff and
Absolutely. And for him to say, hey, I just threw it on the bed and it went live, I don't understand that piece. Now, he's a man. He's always owned up to everything, the situation he's been in. So he came
except
on.
that green sweatsuit he wore coming
That
out
was the
that truck.
problem. That's
where it all started.
That's why this whole thing's a setup. Because when he got out that car that day with that green jumpsuit on and the
way he
purse,
stood, he's so bow-legged and
he's
just
bow-legged, and that
awkward.
orange purse or man purse, whatever you want to call it. I call it a purse. It's a
A
damn
purse.
purse.
I call it a pocketbook.
No, it's a
Male or
purse.
female pocketbook.
It's a
Look,
purse.
man. I got mad love for Uncle Shay Shay, but listen, he admitted it. He said he made a mistake or whatever. I'm just still trying to figure out how to Instagram go live if he's never on Instagram. He never
set it
operates
up.
in
It was a setup, Rock. Come on. You just named 3 steps how to do this. This ain't a butt down. He had it set up. And we don't even know if the girl is real.
It's not a butt dial at all. Unless even a girl with a BBL can't make it move to do all them steps that Rock T said because it's just too many things you got to press.
Do.
And then you got to wait for people to come on. Then and then it has to activate itself. Like, no, dog.
But I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna happen.
He
ain't gonna get fired from ESPN. He ain't gonna, it is
which is lucky.
Yeah, he should get fired.
Exactly. Like, come on, man. Got fired from Radio 1 if you did it.
That's a good question.
I know. That's what I kept thinking about.
No, I would have been praised.
You a single dude, and now you done brought all this publicity. Yeah. He's a single man. He ain't cheating on nobody. That girl wasn't married. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you want to, but you can't, you got to chalk it up as an accident. And then when people see you in the hallway, they just go like this.
Yeah.
And keep walking. Like,
I would have been praised
for my little man pound and just keep walking. Don't even say nothing.
I would have been praised for my third leg. That's all. They would have decided
too much information, dog. You on this podcast with 2 other dudes. Why are you talking about that? You just violated man law. Like, turn your camera off now, dog. On it, like,
hey, Dave. This is the man community. We've given you so many strikes, and at this point, dog, we just want you to put in your resignation.
What would have happened? That's all.
In your resignation, sir. We'll look at it after the show, and we'll get back with you this week.
You asked the question.
Don't call us. We'll call you. Don't email us either.
The bottom line is, I don't really care. The bottom line is, it was a setup, and we can look at it how many ways you want to look at it. It was a setup for him.
Man,
trying to make himself look better than the way other guys or other people pictured him before that happened. Because there were a lot of questions, not me, because I can care less, but a lot of questions out there about.
I ain't mad at
him being gay, which I have no problem with. That's on you. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
Well, I don't think it was some pictures that they showed. I mean, first of all, what your sexual preference is,
I don't care.
God bless you. Yeah, God bless you. But if you doing stuff, I made that again. Come up again. Okay, hold on. I went like this. God bless you. God bless you.
Every time.
It never do it. You saw it though.
I want the balloons to pop up again. I don't know what you did last time. Celebration.
Anyway, I don't think his sexual preference. I mean, if you're doing stuff for sexual preference clout, you're 15. Like that's number one. Like I just feel like he's still an athlete that got an ego and everything else, and he could.
But it's funny. It's funny how after that happened, almost like with the Trump situation going on. Funny how after that happened, he's promoting the red pill. You remember, you've seen that, right?
Yeah, I just saw the commercial. So if you want to call that a carinky dink, then you're an idiot. He's now what Dave is talking about. He's endorsing this pill that is from the same ingredients that Viagra and Cialis and everything else has, and he just put out a set. Well, he ain't put out a sex tape, but what a coincidence.
That's all I said.
Yeah. So, you look at it how you want to.
He's capitalizing off of a situation.
The girl was grown. Somebody said she was 50. She was a fine 50-year-old. He did nothing illegal. We couldn't see him. We could just hear him.
And that's that man's personal business. That's that man's personal business.
That man want to beat somebody up first thing in the morning. But to capture the audio or have his phone face down or whatever he did.
I still say it's a setup. That's all I said. That's it. I still stick with that. It's too many steps to go through to figure this is not something that he did not set up himself or someone set it up for him.
Unless there you go. Now, unless whoever's controlling his account, I don't know, man.
You gotta have the phone. You gotta have the phone.
You gotta have the phone.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm your intern. You naked with a girl in there, and I'm doing all the steps that Ruck said. I'm doing all them steps. I'm putting it by the pillow, and then I'm sneaking out the room. That's too much, and that's not realistic.
And who said he was nasty? And who said he was getting it in? We just heard voices, right?
I mean, I ain't say he was getting. I heard.
I'm just telling you, that's what people are saying.
I really have listened to. I'm not a fan.
I haven't heard it.
Well, he said he was. Yeah, he said he was handling business.
She was saying, Shannon.
What did he say, Michael?
Shannon.
No, Michelle.
Man.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get out of here, what are y'all thoughts on Bryce Young losing his starting position? This is the former number 1 pick in the draft. He's 2-16 career, so his young career in the NFL. I don't have a problem with it.
I told you this last week. I said this last week when we did our picks. I said they didn't do him any justice because they moved up in the draft. They gave their best receiver to the Chicago Bears at that particular time to move up in the draft to get Bryce Young. You left him with nothing. No offensive line.
Well, then they brought in Thielen from the Minnesota Vikings, who was sweet.
He's sweet.
But he was sweet at the. I know.
Yeah. And he's an older guy. I'm talking about a young guy that can groom with him. You got rid of that guy, and he went to Chicago Bears. That's the problem. You had no offensive line. He's already a small guy, which I don't think that plays a part. But I think if you get hit enough and start getting beat up like he did last season, it plays with your mind. That's what I hope he didn't lose. If it is his confidence, he lost his
confidence.
This, girl, because you saw this with the Houston Texans with your other boy. I know it ain't Derek, but David Carr. David Carr was supposed to be bad coming out of Fresno State, and he went to the Houston Texans. He was the most sacked quarterback that year, and never the same player. Never
in NFL history. Well, for Bryce, you have empathy for him because here he was the SEC's darling.
Yes.
Okay. The SEC had the Dr. Pepper commercials. He was one of the first players to get the NIL when it first came out. Good players are understatement. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's the best player in all of college football. And you said he's 2-16. He's never had that many losses in his whole life. Now, here's where the problem comes in. Yeah, okay, this ain't college and this is the NFL, and you can have a bad season. Peyton Manning proved that and came back but Hall of Famer, But the problem is when your teammates don't like you, when you're in real life, when ain't nobody in the locker coming up to you saying, it's okay, Bryce, we just gotta, man, let's go. My homeboy got a ranch. Let's just run some patterns. Let's call Jerry Rice and get in here. Steve Young be taking phone calls for new quarterbacks. And what did you like? It's hard to feel sorry for him, but you got to love the GM and the coach who said it's only week 2. Well, he's fired. He's fired right now. But then you got grown man Andy Dalton, the redhead ginger, formerly of the Cincinnati Bengals, who never was a punk. And can I say, will Andy Dalton make it in a Hall of Fame?
No, but the point is when you bring
There's
up
no off gate. I mean,
no,
Rock.
no.
I don't think so.
Andy Dalton.
I don't think so.
No, I was just asking. I was just trying to stir up. I'm an
No,
instigator.
the problem with me is you bring up Andy Dalton. If he was there when Bryce was there last season, my whole point is some of these guys shouldn't be starting the first year. Just like Caleb Williams, maybe should have set 1 year to sit back and watch. Almost like what Jordan Love did. You get to learn the speed of the game.
Well, you learn the speed. I mean, you learn everything. It's no pressure on you, dog. You in a win-win.
But
then
now, but he went to you're the worst team. You're the worst team in the NFL. The Panthers were. And you go to Bryce Young goes to that team. They had nothing, and they still have nothing. I have no problem with them starting Andy, but don't say his career is not over. He's not a backup.
He's a backup.
Oh,
he's
no,
a backup.
He's not a backup, dog.
He's a backup. Listen, I love Bryce Young. I love Bryce Young. And as you said, best player in college football in 2023 coming out. He's a backup, bro. I mean, I'm not all the way convinced.
So who's rushing out? You a GM, we all GMs. Who's rushing out to get Bryce Young on the phone right now? We love you.
I'm not saying right now, but the whole thing is nobody was rushing to go get Baker Mayfield, right?
What do you mean?
And he was considered a small quarterback.
He's the same size, pretty much.
About same size,
200.
He got a chance. He was in the wrong situation with Cleveland. Now, some of it was his fault,
but
he balled out in Cleveland.
But let me also say that his mentality.
He was very
since Oklahoma.
Come on, he was very
Baker
consistent.
was an aggressive quarterback. He yelled at his wide receivers when they missed. I love a quarterback to yell at the wide receivers when they miss. You've been yipping and yapping all week. You got a chain on under your football clothes. Then you can't even catch. Like that's how they need to be talked to.
But hold on, when did he reinvent himself?
When he went to Tampa Bay.
No, when he went to the
Carolina.
Rams. No, Carolina, he was horrible. Because Carolina was horrible. That's the problem I'm telling you.
Who are we talking about? Baker Mayfield?
He went to the Rams 2 years before that, before he came to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I forgot about that stop.
I forgot about the Rams stop. Yeah, and he came in and won a couple games or something.
He learned under McVay. He learned how to be a professional quarterback. Somebody believed in him. Then the Bucs took their chance on him, believed in him. I'm saying, don't sit up and say if Sam Darnold can still be in the league and a starting quarterback, damn sure Bryce Young can too.
Yeah, Sam Darnold got a job over there in Minnesota. And they talked about him. But you know the Jet media and fans, they ran Sam Darnold out like he wasn't sweet at USC. Now the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's funny. Do y'all meet people and you say, who's your NFL team? And they say the Steelers or the Rams or whoever. And then you say, who you got in college? I don't really watch college. I got a problem with men who don't watch college football but love the NFL. You have no idea who's coming to your team or your competition. You just think they got a random running back at number 4.
Right.
You don't even you understand what I'm saying, Rock?
I'm right there with you, dog. But let me say this real fast about Bryce Young. He reminds me, here's the type of career he's gonna have. You remember Chase Daniel?
Yeah.
The youngin. Yeah.
He pretty much he's on the facility on Fox now with those other guys. Yeah.
He moved around the NFL and played on multiple teams, but he was always a dope backup. Like every time he stepped onto the field to back up the starter, he always performed well. He always kind of like Cooper Rush. Chase Daniel was one of those quarterbacks that, okay, I'm good enough to hold us where we are. I'm not going to lose games. I may not win a whole bunch, but I'm not going to lose the game because I'm in here. I think Bryce Young is going to be that kind of quarterback. He's going to be a journeyman eventually. He's going to be a backup. When he does hop in the game, because as he gets older and get more mature, he's going to become smarter. And when he's on the field, he's going to do pretty. He's still a little boy. He's going to be pretty decent, but I just don't see him being a franchise starting quarterback for his entire career.
He's a franchise quarterback in the right situation with the right team that believes in him. It's going to put pieces around him. That's it.
For the Panther fans, Andy Dalton ain't going to get y'all Panther fans. It go through New Orleans right now. Actually, it go through New Orleans and Tampa Bay. So Panther fans, if y'all could come in third, it's the New Orleans Saints, it's the Panthers. Oh,
and the Falcons.
Ain't no punks too. No, the Falcons. It's the Falcons, Tampa Bay, and New Orleans.
Yeah,
and
those are
Charlotte
three
in that
teams, but
division, the NFC South.
what have we been saying the last 5 years about the Panthers? They've been awful.
Yeah, they've been garbage.
I told you, I'm telling you.
Why is that though? They were sweet when Cam was there, took them to the Super Bowl.
New ownership, new GM, drafting.
Oh, new ownership.
Decisions, all that plays a part. And I'm telling you, you put him in the right situation, just like Baker Mayfield down the line, he's a starting quarterback.
Well, right situation, to Rock's point, is with time. Because your right situation right now, he need to go to therapy because he feels like a loser. And he's not a loser.
That's what I said.
He's not a loser. He's on a losing team, but he needs to go to a therapist or a psychiatrist to make them remember who you are, because that's what happened to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield remembered who he was. I'm a dope quarterback, and I was dope in college. It's not a coincidence.
He was almost done in Carolina. Carolina gave up on Baker Mayfield too. He wasn't good in Carolina because he had no talent around him. He went to the Rams.
Well, he was still on that immature part that Rock was talking about.
He went to the Rams. Somebody believed in him. Somebody had talent around him.
Yeah, because it was about to be over for him. So he had to get it together at the Rams, or he was about to be like
Griff. Talent still plays a part when you have a number one guy, a number one receiver out there. I can look at when it's 3rd down and 10, and I can look at on my left side or right side. I got one guy.
They don't have a tight end in Charlotte for dude to dump down to.
They have nothing.
They don't have a running back. They don't have. Who wants to dress up on Sunday, go to a tailgate, and watch my team get punched in the mouth? I'm cool.
Well,
actually, I do that every Sunday.
There it is.
Yeah.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Once again, we thank y'all for listening and watching, and continue to tell a friend.
You got to make our NFL picks. Come back. Do the picks.
Are we into the picks yet?
Oh, no. Man, let's go. And then he ain't hit me back. I'll tell y'all who it was. I'll just say he ain't. Come on. Let's do the pick.
All right. Before we go, man, let's see it.
I said, no, let me explain why. Like it won't make sense no other. Go ahead.
All right, let's go.
You got the picks, Dave?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get up out of here, let's go over these NFL picks of the week because they waiting for the sports genius to make his picks. You know who I am. Let's go, Super Dave. That's Thursday right. Night. I said it.
Well, hold on. Remember I told you I had a special guest and it would make sense. I had Q from the Group 112 since this was episode 112.
Okay.
And now he was in the gym the last time I talked to him, but we got to do these with him. I'll catch you another time, Q. Do him like what's that man say on the Late Show? Sorry, Jimmy Kimmel, and he always apologized to Matt Damon at the end. Y'all don't want to hear that? All right.
No, man. Really. Come on, get to the picks. Griff always overextending story. The overextending story.
I don't even want to do the picks now. Shit, I feel like
do the picks.
Hype for the picks this week.
Do the picks.
I've wasted 10 minutes of my life already.
Let me write them down properly. Okay.
The Patriots Thursday night. Patriots at the Jets.
Jets. Come on, baby.
The Patriots at the Jets. Yeah, we all. Who you taking?
Patriots.
Ooh. All right.
I gotta make up some ground from Rock D's pick. So I
know we already 2 behind. It's okay. He can't be sweet all season. Go ahead.
Let's go to Sunday's games. Chargers at Steelers. You believe in Justin Fields?
No, I'm going with the other LA.
I'm going with Pittsburgh, Jack.
I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah, he's been lucky these last 2 games. The first game they won by 6 field goals, so this
could be a pretty good game right here. The Texans at the Vikings.
Give me Texans.
I got Houston.
Justin Jefferson may not play. I think he had a pulled groin, so I think he's going to be out at least.
Grittying too much in the end zone.
Who you got? 97 yard. You see that 97-yard touchdown pass from Sam Darnold?
It was beautiful.
Damn,
boy, that boy.
Give me That don't change my mind. Give me the Texans. The Eagles. Damn. At the Saints.
Saints.
I'm going to go with the Eagles. They're not going to do that.
Man, you crazy. Saints for real, dog.
Give me the
Saints for real.
Okay.
The Saints won't have it tough until they get their own division because those guys know them. The Broncos at the Buccaneers. Give me the Buccaneers.
Absolutely.
Yep, Tampa Bay.
Rock.
The Packers at the Titans. The Packers.
Let me tell you something. The Packers, Malik came in for Jordan Love and got him a win. That's how your confidence go up in the NFL.
No, and that's great coaching too.
Yeah, that's something to say about that coaching staff. Give me Green Bay.
Give me Green Bay.
Me too.
Oh, this is an ugly game. The Giants at the Browns.
I'll take Cleveland.
The Giants could win.
I'll take Cleveland.
Yeah, I got
Browns. Give me the Browns.
All right.
The Bears at the Colts.
Indy.
I'm going with the Colts again, dog. I just feel like they a piece away. They can win.
Indy.
Give me the Colts.
All right. Don't nobody believe in Caleb.
This is funny, Rock. This is funny right here.
Nobody believing in Caleb, dog. Let Caleb live.
This is a funny one right here, Rock. The Panthers at the Raiders.
We're going to mop them up, dog. We're going to show Andy Dalton what it is. And y'all, we're going to, let it be funny if you want to.
No,
I think I'll go with the Raiders.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't pick the Carolina Panthers. They were playing a Pop Warner 5th grade team. Give me the Raiders.
Give me that redhead. Give me Andy Dalton.
Good.
And the Panthers.
You want to put $5 on it?
I ain't putting no money on it. No.
Yeah, how about that? He's just being a jerk. Look at him smiling all evil like a Cheshire cat. You see that Cheshire cat smile from Alice in Wonderland face? Go ahead.
I'm still mad at you for that long ass story you told us before we started these picks.
That part.
The Dolphins at the Seahawks.
No Tua with the Seahawks.
No Tua. Who's the backup at Miami again?
That boy that looked like that black boy, that big eye boy.
Go with Seattle.
Yeah, give me Geno.
And then Geno and them ain't sorry.
They not
sorry. I mean, they not super fresh, but they not sorry though.
It might be better than my Cowboys. The Ravens at the Cowboys.
Jesus.
At the Death Star.
I got Baltimore.
Give me the Cowboys. They bounce back.
Give me Dallas too.
Here's another good one. The
Come
Lions at the Cardinals.
I got the Lions. That coach is so hard on them this week in Detroit. He telling them what he telling them is we ain't the Rams. So and we can beat the Rams. So y'all go out there and where's the game?
In
Arizona.
I'm going with Detroit.
I'm going to Arizona.
We're not losing 2 in a row.
I don't
them
think
Lions.
so either. I don't think. And if they
this
do,
gonna be a it's
gonna be a problem. It got to be a statement game. But Arizona's saying the same thing, Rock. This is a statement game for us.
No, that was this past week. That was a statement game. Next.
Which one? For who?
Arizona.
Oh.
Who gonna stop Marvin Harrison Jr.? Question.
Oh man, we got dogs. We good.
Your secondary, it's okay. It ain't great.
Oh, we solid.
Exactly.
We gonna see. Next
we gonna
game.
see. I'm watching.
49ers at the Rams. The Rams got off an ugly win against Arizona.
49ers got hella people hurt. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, Debo's out for at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And is what's his name still out too? McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's out.
McCaffrey ain't playing for 4 to 6. Yep.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks.
But
give me the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm still taking 49ers on that one, dog.
All that talking is still at the 49ers.
Right. I'm still taking 49ers on that one, dog.
The Chiefs at the Falcons.
Oh, the way the Falcons gonna get lifted up, dog, it ain't even gonna be fun. That dude ain't got no time to be playing. But I'm telling y'all, these my home problems that make your head hurt, dog.
I got the
Kansas City.
I got the Falcons.
I wish you would.
Well, you picking out. You just being dumb.
Right. You messing up all your credibility.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tell you why.
No, you're right. The Falcons is 2-0. The Chiefs is 2-0.
And who has no running game that we know of right now?
Atlanta got a decent running game.
No, he talking about the Chiefs, man.
That's a major piece. You can sit there and say you can dip and dab all the way down the
I'm
field.
not mad at that pick. I like that pick. Makes sense.
Yeah, when you got Mahomes, you can dip and dab.
Yeah,
I'm
who
going
has
with
a
the
better
Chiefs.
running game? If I could run the ball against that defense,
baby, dip, baby.
Okay.
Next game, is that the last game? Chiefs
No.
win this game.
Monday night, it's a double header Monday night. Wow.
Yep.
I hate those.
Jacksonville at the Bills. Give me the Bills.
I'll take the Bills.
I'll take the Bills as well.
And this is where the Bengals bounce back. They against the Washington Commanders. They're in Cincinnati. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah,
I agree.
Washington don't want that smoke.
There it
Those are my
is.
picks. Those are the picks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to once again find out why Rock T, the sports genius, is the better picker.
Stop calling yourself that. You're not.
Hey,
You're not.
He do
it is
one,
what it is.
2 weeks in a row.
It is what it is, Mr. Hothead.
But
Thank you guys for listening to the
hold on. 2 years ago, when we were actually doing this on the what you call it, we had it on our picks on the Instagram where people can make.
I know you're not. Hold on. I know you're not living in the past and dying in the past.
Man,
You making my head hurt in the show 2 years ago.
there it is, man.
Well,
I hate the homies
20 years
podcast.
ago, I was
We
a
out of
woman.
here. Rock
Now
T's
I'm
is
a
who
man.
I be. Deuces.
I'm Griff, and 10 years ago, I was married to another chick. Why is he bringing up old stuff?
And your mama was on her 10th marriage.
See, I'm gonna do that.
I hate marriage back then, so you're wrong, and I hate the homies.
And this your boy Super Dave. And don't have that sound ready again when I try to go back in the past. Don't do that. Don't do that again. No. And guess what, y'all?
We don't care.
You don't care. Look at Super Dave. Let me do my imitation of Super Dave real quick. Wait a minute.
Hey, y'all, before we go, y'all remember 27 months ago? 27 months ago when I had hair? Remember I had a shag haircut looking like Carl Weathers' nephew? 27 months ago, I just took my foot off that lady neck y'all ain't met.
The lady that pays rent at my house. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, man. I'm out of here, y'all.
Two fingers.